Today we're going to take a 5-gallon stir stick and make it into a beautiful swag wreath for your home. Hello my sweet friends and welcome to DIY with Nadia. My sweet little sidekick here is Louie and we are ready to get started on our beautiful swag wreath. Let's go over the supplies for the swag, starting with the Deco mesh. For this particular swag, I'm going to be using this soft poly mesh. This is the mesh that's usually used for the flower wreaths. It originally came as 6 yards. I used a little bit of it. I'm guessing I have 4.5 yards, somewhere around there. For this particular wreath, you need about 5 yards of Deco mesh. If you are using a Deco mesh that is a little bit on the thinner side, then you would need 10 yards. And the process that I'm doing, you're just going to repeat twice. So twice around, maybe twice in the center. I will attach a few swag videos in the description box below where I use different types of mesh. The reason I chose this mesh is I like the fact that it's so thick and heavy and is going to cover everything we're going to need, and it matches the sign beautifully. I'm also going to be using this eyelash deco mesh. I don't have a lot of it, which is fine. I'm going to be using this as a decor and I'm going to add it to my ribbon bundles. So we'll see how much we're going to get out of that. When it comes to ribbon, my friends, look at this stunner. My friend Karen gifted this to me and I believe she thrifted this. But look at this stunner. This is such heavy duty, gorgeous, gorgeous ribbon. I think it'll go perfect with the sign. I love the sign because this could be spring, summer, Mother's Day, birthday kind of a wreath, and it also can be a kitchen wreath. And by the way, I got this on Temu. Of course, as usual, all the supplies that I use are going to be also in the description box below. For our wreath base, we're going to be using a 5-gallon stir stick. These come in a set of 3, or sometimes you can get them for free at your hardware store when you're getting paint. This is one of the cheapest wreath bases you could use for a swag wreath, and we're going to need 8 pipe cleaners for the wreath itself. Plus, I am going to be using a floral wire to attach to the top because we are going to hang it. And with that, I'm going to be using an awl to make a hole. When it comes to decor, I'm going to be using some florals. These two are from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to add this greenery onto it. This is a greenery that I bought in a huge set of different type of greenery on Amazon. I will also link these because I just feel like these are such a great value and they came in handy so many times when I'm making bouquets at home, or of course when I'm making wreaths. Our yardstick is 21 inches, and on one side, I hope you can see that there is an actual ruler. On the other side, it's nice and clean. So I'm going to go to the center, which is of course 10.5 inches, and I'm going to mark the center. Then on both sides, I'm going to go in 2.5 inches, mark that right there, and this would be 2.5 right here. And then I'm going to find the center between these 2 points, which is 6.5 on this side and 14.5 on this side. I'm doing this for people who, like me, need that accuracy for our peace of mind. You can definitely do this by eye, my friends. First things first, we're going to go right to the center at 10.5 inches. I'm going to fold my pipe cleaner in half, take it to the side and twist on one side. Then I'm going to take the second pipe cleaner and put it right next to it, on top of it, and then twist on this side. 1 and 2. On the sides, we're also going to have a double. And same thing to the other side. 1 and 2. 2.5 inches from the other side. That is also going to be a double. So we are going to have 3 doubles, 1 in the center and 1 on each side. The ones in between are going to be singles. And the singles, I'm going to twist in the center on top, not on the sides. Going to point the pipe cleaners up so they're out of our way because we are going to start on the outside. That's why we need these guys flat. And then we're going to end with these in between. If you're going to use this as a centerpiece and maybe put a candle instead of a sign, then you don't need the next step. If you are going to hang this, go to the side where there is a little groove and we're going to put a little hole right here. You can use a little drill. I usually tend to use an awl. I got this palette looking thing from the Dollar Tree, so I'm just going to use that to put the hole through. And I took it about 2/3 of an inch from the top. This wood is very soft, so all I'm doing is just going in a little circle with my awl and it's going to go through. I promise you the awl will go through super quick. I didn't even feel that one going through. That was nice and quick. I'm going to cut down my floral wire to about 12 inches, and even at that, that's going to be too much. Put it through the little hole we made, and about halfway through, going to start twisting it and just twist up. This is what's going to secure the little loop in place. The tail I don't want, I'm going to cut off. That's about 1.5 inches. Then I'm going to flip it, and this part right here, I'm going to twist. And there is my loop. And the two ends that I twisted together, I'm just going to fold, and just put it flat right here. This is not going to go anywhere. Before we attach our Deco mesh, I'm going to go to the other side of my hanging loop, which is the bottom. And I'm going to give it just a little bit more security. I'm going to put hot glue right across about 1 inch. And I have a piece of felt. You can use ribbon, you can use a piece of fabric, whatever you have. Just make sure that it's on the thicker side. And I'm putting it right over the hot glue. This is what's going to keep everything in place. This is the type of wreath security that I feel like I've never needed it, but I'm glad I had it, because if anything happens and these two slide off, they're going to take the rest of the wreath with them. We just added the hot glue with the felt on top. If you want, you can definitely add a little bit of hot glue throughout. I gave the hot glue a few minutes to cool off, and now let's talk about how we're going to add this Deco mesh. We're going to work outside in. So first we're going to do loops starting right here that are going to be touching only the doubles. We're going to go double, 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 double all the way around. If you are using Deco mesh that's not on the thicker side, if you're using Deco mesh on the thinner side, then you would repeat this same process twice. And usually those rolls come in 10 yards. But if you're using something thick like this, or maybe you're using a heavily foiled Deco mesh, then going around once is just fine. Starting from loop 1, we're going to do 12. Here we can do 14 to 15. I'll be doing 14 just to be safe. So it's going to be 12, 14, 14. At the bottom, we're going to do 12, 14, and 14, and we're home. Now we're going to cover this center part. The first loop we're going to make is from one side to the other. You could make it 8 to 10 inches. So here we're going to cover this area. It's going to be a 10-inch loop. And then we're going to do a 10-inch loop from this side, going to our first pipe cleaner that is standing up, the single one. So it's going to be 10, 10. From here, we have a long way to go to the second single. So here, I usually do 15 inches. If you have the Deco mesh, you could do 16, whatever you want there. So do a nice big poof right here. We're going to do 10 inches to one of the sides. Then we need to cover this part. So 10 inches going to the other side. Then we're going to come back. Guess what? 10 inches or 8 to 10 inches. Another 15. And then we're going to finish up the 10. So here we're making this triangle of 10, 10, 10, 15, 10, 10, 10, 15. That is the center. If you've never done a continuous swag wreath like this, grab a piece of paper, draw the stir stick, draw the pipe cleaners exactly how we attached, draw the numbers that we went over, and then you'll be fine. Just go off of that, because I do understand explaining is a little difficult. Let's get to work. I'm going to go 2 inches from the nice edge, not the very, very frayed one. And we're going to start at the top. Here I'm going to do a a really nice tight twist. And I am going to cut this off because this is just madness. That's a lot of fraying there. Here we go. I'm going to start with a 12-inch loop, and we're doing just the outside all the way around. Now we're going to do 14 to 15 and attaching it to the center double. 14, attaching it to the bottom double. We are at the end, so let's do a 12-inch, 14 and 14. We are done with the outside. Now I'm going to do the inside. We're going to do 10, 10. In my case, I'm actually going to do 8 here. This space is so short here. This Deco mesh is so dense. I think I'll be fine doing another 8-inch here. There we go. Going to do 15, attach. And then here we're going to do the triangle. You could do 8 or 10. Another 8 going from one side to the other side of the double. Then 8 coming back to my single. Now I'm going to do a 15 from one single to the next. And my last 8. That's basically going to the point where we started our wreath. I do have a little bit of mesh left over. At this point, I could have ended and just cut this off, but why would I do that if I have an extra piece left? Here, I'm just going to go flat to my single because I don't need to make any loops here at this point. And I'm going to add a loop to the center. Even if I'm going to have a sign, this is going to give it a little cushion. There's nothing wrong with that. Put it in between, kind of have it as the base there. And I'm not really measuring at this point. I can make it 15, 16, whatever I want. I gathered my tail about 2 inches in. And of course, instead of attaching it this way, I'm going to invert it. I'm going to pull it underneath and then I'm going to attach. That way the tail is facing the inside. It's not in the way. I'm going to give this a few good twists. Use up that Deco mesh, especially this kind of Deco mesh. This is not cheap Deco mesh, my friends. This is expensive Deco mesh, so why not use it up, right? Next, I'm going to cut up this Deco mesh and I am going to use a heating tool just because this is such a loose Deco mesh. And yes, you can definitely use a rotary cutter. I'm going to be cutting 10-inch pieces and I'm going to go in between 2 rows. Now I'm going to cut this absolutely stunning ribbon and I'm going to need 12 pieces at 11 inches in length. When I'm done with my ribbon, I'm going to be cutting dovetails to both sides. So just fold the ends in half and cut out a little triangle. And there we have our dovetails. Next, I'm going to need 2 pieces of ribbon at 14 inches. And same thing, we're going to do dovetails. It's time to put everything together. I got 6 pieces of this Deco mesh. Then we have 12 of the 11-inch and 2 of the 14. We can do the 14 first to kind of get that out of the way. Pinch, pinch. Open it up and we're going to do the thing where I bring it from the bottom, kind of work it up in a little V because it's going right here in the center. Give it a few twists, cut off the excess tail and just fold it and fold it behind the ribbon. Let's do the other side. The top 3 on both sides, we're going to do the exact same thing. To start with a little curl that's going to go on. And then grab 2 pieces of ribbon, crisscross them, collect in the center. Maybe put this one like this. And then I'm going to put this one here because I do want the tails to flare out on both sides. So we'll just have the curl going this way. Twist up. I'm going to do the exact same thing to this pipe cleaner and this pipe cleaner. In the center one, go side to side because when we attach the ribbon, I want it to go this way because I'm going to have the round sign and we want the sign to be surrounded by gorgeous ribbon. Otherwise, this is just going to kind of stick out. And so that's not going to look good. And that's it. I'm going to repeat the exact same thing to this side. All the ribbon bundles are on, and as you can see just how easy we can make this into a centerpiece. A nice beautiful candle in the center. You have the sides that are nice and long that are going to hug it and you're good to go. But in our case, we do have a sign, and not only that, we do have greenery. Unfortunately, this sign has the holes on the sides and I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going going to grab my awl and make holes at the top and the bottom because I feel like that's going to be our best option to hide the wire inside. Let's bring back our little wooden piece. Find that center, go in 1/4 inch and slowly go in a quick hole right there. And I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. The awl actually makes a smaller hole than the ones that the sign comes in with. 2 twists in the back, nice and tight. And then at the bottom, the sign is ready, but I'm going to attach it after my florals because the sign is going to go on top of the florals. Now let's put these cuties in, figure out how high we want them. Then the ones I showed you before, those are going to go to the side. And what I want to do is I want to have 2 on one side, 2 on the other, and that's going to go right there. I think I like the way I have everything situated. Grab a zip tie and zip tie my greenery together first. Cut the tail. Another piece of zip tie and straight in the center, going to attach them with the zip tie. They are going to stay put. Zip ties are just so much easier, aren't they, my friends? I have a short and a long flower. The short flower I'm going to bend right at the neck. Here we go with the zip ties. Because both of my picks are facing the same way, meaning this bigger flower is at the bottom and on the right side, I'm going to switch the flowers up so that the bigger one is on that side. That way it's going to even things out. Zip tie this part. Even if you zip tie the base of it and you feel like this part is a little loose, go ahead and use floral wire. That is absolutely fine. If you feel like the bottom flower maybe possibly can fall out, all you do is this. There is my zip tie and I hooked this bottom part back, so there's no way this is coming down at all. You can do the same thing to the top one, and finally we can attach our sign. Give it a few twists in the back. Everything is on. Now it's time to flip and take care of the back. Where I have my floral wire, I'm going to put dollops of hot glue first. And this is not because I need to glue it in place, because when I put the ribbon on top, I don't want to hot glue the ribbon throughout. I'm just going to hot glue it at the top and the bottom. The first thing I'm going to do with the ribbon is give it a little line of hot glue and give it a little bit of a fold, maybe 1/2 inch. A dollop of hot glue at the top, just to make sure it sits nicely. Place that on top. At the end, you want to give about 1 inch tail from the end of our stir stick. Fold it back. That way you know exactly where it's going to fold. Give it a little bit of hot glue. I'm going to fold my wreath forward. That way I can go in. And there you go. Your back is beautifully covered. Now I can definitely start playing with the wreath, seeing how I want it to be laid out. I don't know about you, but this is giving me a French country hashtag Bridgerton feel, kind of. This turned out to be a very beautiful and elegant swag. I hope you enjoyed this wreath tutorial. I had so much fun making this beautiful swag wreath. For more tutorials, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course hit the little bell so we keep on coming back and making more wreath tutorials. Thank you so much for being with us. Louie and I are going to say have a beautiful and blessed day. Mwah!